Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today is going to be our search engine optimization tutorial. So we're going to be going over SEO, and we're also going to present you with a 90-day challenge to help you improve your search engine traffic. So we're going to just get right into it. The video is going to be about our website, farmhousegoals.com. So our 90-day challenge, the whole goal is going to be to improve this organic search number over a 30-day period. So what we're going to be doing is looking at the last 30 days, so 90 days from now, and we're going to make sure that this number is increasing and hopefully doubled or even tripled by then. And I'm going to give you all the tools you need so that you can grow your search engine traffic from Google and even Bing as well. So let's just get into it. The first thing is we have a WordPress website. So if you don't have a WordPress website, there's going to be some different things where you need to, incorporate plugins on your own website. Whether you're using Shopify, maybe you're using Wix. There's a lot of different options now. So you just have to incorporate, because we're going to talk about an SEO plugin that's on WordPress only, as far as I know. So you're just going to have to find plugins and things like that that will match what we're showing you. But for the most part, no matter where your website is or anything like that, you should be able to do it. So the first thing we want to get started with is you want to install Google Analytics on your website. So if you have a WordPress website, there's hundreds of ways to do it. So basically what you want to do is create a Google account if you don't have one already. And we're in our Farmhouse Goals account right now. So when you create a Google account, all you need to do is just go to google.com/analytics. It's going to open up that page. You can sign in. You want to create a new property for your website. So create a property, put your website in, and what you want to do is, if you have a WordPress website, what we do is we use the Google Analytics dashboard for WP, GADWP WordPress plugin. And what it does, it displays Google Analytics reports and real-time statistics in your dashboard automatically in search tracking code in every page of your website. So we use this to put Google Analytics on our website on every single page, and then on our dashboard we get this dashboard here where we can look at organic search traffic, how many sessions, users. We can look at different time periods. We can look at different types of data. So there's a lot of different things you can look at just on this dashboard. So I like having it here because you don't have to constantly be in Google Analytics every day. So once you have Google Analytics added to your website, the next thing you want to do is create a Google Search Console, aka Google Webmasters profile for your website, and you want to link it to analytics. So what we're going to do is come over here to Search Console right now. So it's google.com/search console. You could do google.com/webmasters. So either way, it'll bring it up. If you just search it in Google, you'll find it. So come in here, sign in. If you already have your Google Analytics account created and you have it set up on your website, all you need to do when you sign into Google Search Console is come down to the bottom, go to Settings right here. Okay, and then once you're in settings, what you want to do is under property settings here, you want to click right here. So it's going to say you are a delegated owner, but what you need to do is verify your website. So we used our Google Analytics account, and since we have them both under the same Google accounts, all you need to do is come down here, click on verify, and it's going to verify it for you. So we already have that set up, and then it should link them as well. If it doesn't, what you want to do is come over to the admin portion of Google Analytics. So that's at the very bottom, this gear icon. And that's going to open up this page with your account, your property review. And what you want to do under product linking is look at all products and go to Search Console here. It should say actively linked receiving data. If it doesn't, what you want to do is click on adjust link. It's going to open it here, and you can go through this process and just make sure that you have them linked. So what that does is all your Google Search Console data will be imported in Analytics, and you can see it all directly in Google Analytics, and it just helps you, by having everything linked, Google can give you the most accurate data. So that's where you first want to start. Install Google Analytics, install Google Search Console, and link both of them. We have plenty of tutorials on our channel for Google Analytics and for Google Search Console, so if you're interested in those, you can kind of go through them. They recently changed the user interface, so our tutorial is a little outdated, but you can still kind of get the idea from what we do there. So coming back over to our dashboard here, the third thing you want to set up, and I'm not going to go through every little detail here is just Bing Webmaster Tools. So if you go to bing.com/toolbox/webmaster, same exact thing as Google. It's going to give you the same data, what your pages are getting, impressions, searches, everything in Google. So that's the whole point. You want to get that in there because just coming over to Google Search Console here, if we go to performance, so what we can do is we can see our search type. So this is web searches over the last 3 months. It's 1.6 thousand clicks, 70,000 impressions. So you can kind of see, all this data here on a day-by-day basis. What we want to do is look at the last 30 days. They automatically do 28, so we'll just do that for now. But So this is showing 452 total clicks. So it's always going to report under in Search Console than it does in Google Analytics. So it's not going to show probably every single click, but it's going to show most of them. So it's slightly under. Obviously, there's a couple more days in there, but so the numbers are going to be a little bit lower in Search Console than you see in Google Analytics. I like to use my Google Analytics number for organic search because that's just taking in, all the organic search traffic that we're getting from Google, from Bing, any type of search engine like that. So that's kind of where you want to start. Get those three things set up: Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Bing Webmaster Tools, because they allow you to improve your website and they allow you to see how your website's doing in search results already. So the next thing we want to do is add the Yoast SEO plugin. So if I click here, you can go to the plugin marketplace right here. It's completely free. Just add new, search Yoast SEO. It's usually one of the most popular ones that comes up. Most people are using it. You're going to be in your dashboard here. Generally, it takes you through a prompt. So it's going to say configuration wizard. You want to go through that very self-explanatory, very quickly. It's just going to ask you for business information, social media pages, anything like that. You want to enter it all there. And then what we can do is come over here first and click on features. Under features, I keep all of these on. So you can keep all of these things on, and it's going to enable an XML sitemap. So if you click on see XML sitemap, it'll open it for you. Just kind of the way it looks. And what you can do is take this XML sitemap, go back to your Google Search Console, go to sitemaps, and you just want to upload it right here. So I have mine submitted right here, static, or showing status success with all these different discovered URLs. So you want to do that because a sitemap is up to date, everything that's on your website. When you have it added to Google Search Console, they can see right away when you add a new page, and they can index that page quicker. So that's why you want to have a sitemap. It's basically the up-to-date version of all the pages on your website at all times. So if you're deleting pages, if you're adding pages, everything like that, Google can keep track of everything that you're doing. So this is all it looks like, your XML sitemap. You just take the URL here and just add it right to the Google Search Console very quickly, very easily. So coming back over to Yoast SEO here, the other thing you need to do is you can click on search appearance right here. You could also link Search Console through Yoast, but you tend to do it right through Analytics. Okay, so under search appearance, it's going to basically be all the things with how your website appears in search results. So if you scroll down, it's going to, so right here is for the knowledge graph. The knowledge graph is what appears in searches if someone types in a brand name. So if someone types in farmhouse goals, hopefully it brings up my website, my logo. So this is my logo right here. I just uploaded the main logo on my website. So you want to first set this up because your title separator, different things like that, farmhouse goals, it's all going to be used for your search engine results and how your website looks in search engines. And when we click on content types here, so it's going to say settings for single post URLs. It's going to say show posts in search results. You want yes. And then I just kind of keep it like this: title, page, separator, site title. I don't do anything with the meta description. I do that specifically for each page. And what I do is I make sure all of these things show pages in search results, show products in search results. So I want to make sure all these things are showing in search results because it's just going to make sure that when I add new products that people can find them from Google, from Bing, different things like that. So click on save. Make sure you have all of that added. When you go through the Yoast SEO prompt, it'll help you a lot, and then you can kind of learn more as you're using it and you're creating new content, how to use Yoast. There's a million Yoast tutorials here. They even have some things down here. So Yoast SEO for WordPress course, free SEO for beginners course. So I don't want this to delve into how to use this plugin. So you can kind of look at some of these things if you're not sure about setting everything up. But the way it's set up is you don't have to do a ton of work to get your website SEO friendly. And that's the whole reason you're doing it, is because this plugin will make sure that you have good title tags on every page. You can set custom meta descriptions for every page. You can set keyword targets for every page, so you know how optimize your page is for that keyword. So very important thing that you want to do. So we get to this point now where, let's say you have a bare website. So I don't. I do have things on my website, but let's say you have a bare website. You set up Google Analytics, you set up Google Search Console, you set up your Bing Webmaster Tools, you have Yoast SEO on, and basically your website's all ready to go, but you need content. So where do you find content? One thing, if you need some help doing this, I have a few tutorials on my channel about how to find content ideas. So if you want to look at those, I have a few about keyword research tools. So if you want to look at those, I'm not going to go too much into how to use the Google Keyword Planner because I have a new tutorial on there that I just added about a week or two ago. But what I did was I opened Google AdWords, my Google AdWords account. I went to Tools and I went to Keyword Planner. And all I did was enter farmhouse decor here under keyword ideas. And what it does, it's going to pull up all these different keyword ideas, average monthly searches, competition, bid ranges, which I don't really need. And the one thing I like to do is add this filter here. So it's just keyword text contains farmhouse and then apply. So that just makes sure that every keyword here includes the word farmhouse in it, because they're going to bring up a lot of things like country style decor, rustic decor, and I don't want to go after those keywords right now. I just want to focus on farmhouse. And ultimately what I do is I come up here, I download the keyword ideas into a CSV file, or Excel worksheet, however you want to look at it. And what I do is I have a huge list of keywords here. It's all sorted by relevance. And then I have the average monthly searches. And I use this to guide my ideas for what content I want to create, because this is showing what people are actually looking for. So what I need to do is create content that's going to basically serve that person and give them the answer and the solution they're looking for, while also providing a good user experience. So what that means is you don't want an intrusive website filled with ads and filled with tons of nonsense and things like that. You want a website with good content that people can quickly open it, find what they're looking for, and do what they need to do, whether it's contact you, whether it's purchase from your store. It's all those things. So what I like to do is look at these different keywords, and I tend to kind of look further down than some of these. I look at kind of these lower type of average monthly search keywords, and then what I'll do is I'll just kind of go through and bold some of the ones that I want to target. So if I'll scroll down a little bit, let's see. So we'll do farmhouse style furniture is a pretty good one. We'll do farmhouse bathroom decor, farmhouse style rugs. That's a good one. Farmhouse kitchen wall decor. Farmhouse living room furniture. So I can kind of narrow these things down a little bit. Farmhouse style curtains. So with these types of things, I can easily add products related to them, and I can easily create pages on my website with content and products so that people can find me in search results. And that's the whole goal. I mean, if I had a page, let's say for every single one of these keywords, a specific page for every keyword, I'd be getting boatloads of search engine traffic from this website. Obviously, the issue is time. The issue is, creating all those different types of pages and all that content is very difficult. But if I had farmhouse decor lamps, if I had, country farmhouse style decor, if I had, modern farmhouse art, all these different types of things, 101 rustic farmhouse bathrooms. So all these different things, if I had all these on my pages on my website, it'd be much easier to rank in search results, but I obviously don't. So what you want to do is come through here and find about 30 to 50 keywords. And those keywords, the whole goal is going to be to create content for them and to rank in search results. It's going to take at least a month. Especially if your website's new, it's going to take a while, because these aren't easy keywords to rank for. So unless I go for something really down here, like French farmhouse curtains, 50 average monthly searches, I have a chance with that one to rank a little bit quicker, but it's low. So what you're kind of looking for is things like farmhouse bathroom rugs, where you can add a bunch of products. I can create a page on my website as well for just bathroom rugs, describing that are different types, different materials, different prices, different sizes, different colors, everything like that. So that's kind of how it goes into creating content and things like that, and how to find content ideas. So from this step, what you want to do is come up with about 30 to 50 keywords. So it's going to take me probably a good hour to go through here and find 30 to 50 keywords that I'm going to focus on for the next 90 days. So my whole goal is going to be to create content around those keywords, whether it's farmhouse style dinnerware. So 320 average monthly searches. If I create a page for this today, if I add a bunch of products today, I'm going to end up adding more organic search traffic to my website. And what you'll find as you're adding these pages is it lifts everything else on your website. So if you have 20 pages on your website right now of content and you add another 50 pages of content, those 20 pages are also going to feel the effects of that. So it's not like they're going to drop. It's like everything goes up at once. You just have to continuously work on it. You have to be consistent. Like my YouTube channel grows when I put out content. If I put out this video and I put out a video tomorrow and I put out the video the next day, my YouTube channel is going to grow. If I go stagnant for a while, my YouTube channel stays stagnant. So that's kind of how you have to look at your website, is if you're not putting hours in every day, either creating content, adding content, hiring someone to create content and add it, you're not going to rank in search results at all. It doesn't matter what you do with search engine optimization. If you don't create things that are helpful for people around your niche, then you're not going to rank in search results at all. So This is one of the big things here is to find content ideas. I like to use the Google Keyword Planner. Another keyword tool is called UberSuggest. And ultimately what I want to do is come in here to my website. So I have my all posts here. You can see right now I have a total of 13 posts only. And my posts are all geared around products right now. I want to add a little bit more about inspiration and different types of things like that, different images and different types of content. If you ever need help with how to find content within your niche, one thing you can do is look at what your competitors do and try to like copy, not exactly copy them, but try to use them as an example, as inspiration, and try to create content that's better than theirs. If you're writing about banking, it's going to be different than writing about farmhouse decor. So look at what other people are writing about in the banking industry. Look at what other people are writing about when it comes to investing, when it comes to cryptocurrency, all these different things. And you need to have pages on your website where you're targeting keywords that people are actually searching for, and you want to keep that content. That content needs to be the best content on the internet. It can't be 200 words and you have 10 pages and you say, okay, let's see the traffic roll. And it's hard work. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of time spent. So don't go into this thinking that SEO is easy. I'm calling this a 90-day challenge because it's challenging. So coming over here to posts, my ultimate goal is going to be to add way more posts than this 13 over the next 90 days. So I want to get to at least double that number. That's going to be my main goal. So post categories, this is another thing, but you can get a lot of search engine traffic. So making sure I'm adding posts into each of these categories, making sure I'm adding new categories when they apply to it. Right now I have 9 total categories, 13 total posts. When I add 26 posts, when I get at least to that number, maybe I'll get to 25 to 30, somewhere in between there by the 90-day challenge. My goal is going to be to add more categories as they apply to what my content is because I know that it can drive more traffic. In addition to posts, so mine's going to be a little bit different. If you don't have an e-commerce website, you just need to focus on adding more post type content. So, whether it's news, whether it's, a long post, whether it's, a video, a podcast, different things like that, whatever it is, you need to focus on that if you're not in the e-commerce and, like that type of industry. So the next thing is going to be products. So right now I have 411 products. So I want to basically double that number as well by the next time that the 90-day challenge is up. I want to have at least 800, 900 products, somewhere in between there. That's kind of be my goal. And then in addition, product categories. Right now I have 62. So I know I can get up to over 100 once I add more products and once I keep building out product categories. If I don't do any of these things, if I just let my website sit for the next 3 months, I'm going to lose search engine traffic because Google is going to look at my website as, okay, nobody's updating this, nobody's sharing any content from this website. It's looked exactly the same for the last 3 months and nobody's touched it. So why would we rank it higher? So that's kind of how you have to look at it. Why would Google want to rank my website over a competitor's? And if you can't answer that question, then you need to continuously improve what you're doing. So this is going to be my goal here is improve all of these things. Just an example of a post here. So I have cast iron farmhouse sinks. If we scroll down, what you can see is I write a ton of content. I use headers here, so header content. I have a lot of different products here that link. One of the best practices for search engine optimization is to make sure you have an internal linking strategy so people can easily click on, cast iron farmhouse sinks. Maybe they can go to your shop quickly. So that's something I need to work on is internal linking, making sure that my website is user friendly and making sure that people can find things easily. The other thing I want to show you is one reason the Yoast SEO plugin is so important to use is because you can set your titles and meta descriptions for every page. So if I look at farmhouse goals, I go to view page source here. It's going to open up my actual page source and all the code for this website. You can see title up here, best cast iron farmhouse sinks dash farmhouse goals, all controlled by Yoast. And then down here, I wrote a specific meta name description, and it's discover the best cast iron farmhouse sinks for your kitchen. We love apron front cast iron farm sinks, so that's another popular keyword. And then it goes, you can complete your rustic country kitchen with a cast iron apron sink. So different types of keywords, kind of synonyms, kind of similar, but that's kind of why you want to make sure you have good descriptions, good titles, because when people are searching for what you're doing, what your website is about, you need to make sure that you're telling Google, here's what my website's about, here's what I want the opening teaser text to look like. So that's basically what you're doing here. Now, if you get to the point where you don't know how to create content, you've never created it before, you're not sure the best way to do it for your website, it's a place where you kind of start and you need to learn how to do it. So what I'll say is this. Just start doing it. You might not put out your first few pieces. You might delete things. You might record videos that aren't good. I have YouTube videos on my channel that I've recorded 4 or 5 times before I finally found the one I wanted. So that's what I say. It's not easy work. It's something you're really gonna have to work on. But as you do it, you get so much better at it. So as you write about it, you get better at it. Regardless of what industry you're talking about. The one thing that can be very difficult is if you get tired of writing about it. So I do get tired of writing about farmhouse decor, and I don't always write all of my content. So when I need to outsource content, the main thing I do is, well, there's two things I do. For better options and for somebody who's going to give you a professional article that's basically ready to post, Upwork is the way to go. It's going to be more expensive for you, but all you need to do is come to this website, upwork.com/cat/writing, and you're going to find all sorts of different people that can write. And here's what I like about Upwork. It's hire for any scope of work. You could do one short-term task, maybe one 500-word article. You could do a recurring project where you say, hey, I need 4 articles over the next month. Or you could do full-time contract work and say, over the next 6 months, I need X amount of articles, and then decide from there, maybe I want to add this again for the next 6 months. You could see trusted by 5 million businesses. So that means all of these businesses have come onto Upwork and at one point or another hired a freelancer to help them. And these are huge, huge websites. So you can tell there's a lot of talented people on this website. It's really easy to find somebody. You can post a job, you can post how much you're willing to pay for that job, and people will come in and kind of give you their proposal. The other option that's a little less expensive and where you can, sometimes I come here and I just order maybe 1,000 words of content. I go through it, I edit it, I add it to my website. It cuts my time down and basically down by 2/3. So I'm able to kind of focus on other things and also post content to my website. So with iWriter, very simple. You just sign up, request the content you want, receive your content, review it. You could reject articles if they're not good enough, and then you download it, rinse and repeat. So very easy. You can easily order articles from here. And it's just something that you have to kind of get used to doing is either writing them, ordering them, and editing them, or hiring someone directly. And you could even have them post it right to your website if you want. Otherwise, you can say, hey, just send it to me in a WordPress friendly post template, and you just post it yourself. So different options there, but you need to be adding things to your website. Otherwise, it's just going to be stagnant and it's just going to keep getting lower and lower in the search results unless you're adding things. So one way to improve your search results is with the use of video and podcasts. Very hard to kind of tell you how to create those things if you never have before. It's going to be a learning experience. It's going to be something that might take you a month or two to really figure out. There's a ton of great guides. So here's one about how to start your own podcast on lifehacker.com. So they go through the entire process of getting microphones, of the software you need, the computer you need, anything that you need. That I know a lot of people do is they record live videos, they upload them as a podcast, they upload them to YouTube, and you have a ton of content just from that one video, and then you can repurpose it into a blog post. So for example, if I create a video, the dividend investing strategies, and I create a 10-minute live video of different dividend investing strategies. I can publish that video to YouTube, I can publish it to Facebook, I could publish it to Twitter, I could publish it to Instagram. I can put it on my website. I can put it in all these different places. I can share it with my email list. I can put it in all these different places, and it's just one video where I can basically repurpose it all over the place. People are going to watch it in different places, and you're able to earn and monetize those things, as you start getting traffic from them. So that's kind of how you want to look at it, is just create this content, understand that it's a long-term process. You shouldn't look every single day about, okay, well, I should have a ton more traffic today, because it's a long process. So you need to go through that process and you need to keep working at it. That's something, I see a lot of SEO guides that are kind of make it look simple, and it's not. It's not at all. It's something that you need to work at. It's something that you need to continue to work at over and over again. And then once you start building content, you need to market it. So one of my favorite things is Hootsuite. You could use Hootsuite. You could use Sprout Social. There's a ton of social scheduling softwares. There's Buffer App. But basically what you can do is I have my Twitter, Facebook profiles linked here. Admittedly, the last thing I've done is February 26th, so I'm kind of showing you right here. I haven't worked on this website much, and that's why it's remained stagnant. That's why when you look at this right here, there's no growth at all. There's spikes, there's dips, and that's basically it. It's been the same thing for 3 months because I haven't added pages to it. So 1,600 total clicks over the last 90 days. So basically what I want to do is get that higher. So what I said is, 28 days, what did we say, 452. So I want to get those numbers way higher because it's going to lead to more revenue for me in the future. So Hootsuite, having a consistent social scheduling, just an overall social scheduling calendar and everything like that, where you're posting at least 3 times a week. You should post at least 3 times a week on your social media channels, if not every day. The one channel we do well is Instagram, but we're kind of working on building up some of these other channels as well. Now, if you're building up your social media profile, you're starting to get some traffic. One option is MailChimp. So MailChimp is an email marketing. You can start to ask people to be subscribers, and you can share with them when you put a new blog post out, when you put new products out. You can, in my case, farmhouse decor, when Christmas rolls around, I can send out an email about, get your farmhouse Christmas decor. When it's the summer rolls around, I might look at something like outdoor furniture or something like that. So, different things you can do throughout the year with MailChimp, and it's a great way to engage your current customers and keep people engaged with your brand. So the last but not least is the Tailwind app. So the Tailwind app can be used for Pinterest and Instagram. I just use it for Pinterest. So basically what you can do is upload hundreds of images at once, different landing pages, different descriptions, things like that, and you can create a posting schedule on Pinterest so that you have pins going out every single day. And I can tell you, by using Tailwind, I've been able to grow beachfront decor, huge, because it's been able to give me so many more followers. I can constantly have things scheduled where I don't have to go to Pinterest and pin things, one at a time. I can put up 70 to 100 pins at once, if not more. I've put up 200 pins at once before, and I know some people do even more than that. So there's a lot of different features with Tailwind. It is a paid tool. You can start a free trial if you want. I absolutely recommend it. It will grow your social profiles. So that's something you absolutely want to do. Okay, so I'm going to make this very simple now at the very end. I just have this notepad open, and this is going to be my 90-day Surfside PPC SEO challenge. And I'm going to revisit this in 90 days, and hopefully you've gained traffic. Hopefully I've gained traffic. I'm going to be working on farmhousegoals.com so we can keep improving it and keep increasing that search engine traffic. And I'm going to look back in 90 days and we can compare the numbers that we had. So I have the numbers in this video, and the whole goal is going to be to improve those numbers. So right now, just our benchmark, we're going to use 826 over a 30-day period. So in 90 days, we're going to look at the last 30 days, and hopefully this number at least doubles. That's going to be my goal, is at least get this number to double. But here's our 9-step process. So Google Analytics, Google Webmasters, and Bing Webmasters installed on your website. Install the Yoast SEO plugin if using WordPress. Otherwise, find the best SEO plugin for the content management system you're using. If you're creating a standalone website yourself, you should have some SEO background there. Find 30 to 50 highly relevant keywords using the Google Keyword Planner, or another tool if you don't like using the Keyword Planner is UberSuggest. Don't focus as much on the average monthly searches as much as just finding keywords that you can create content for where you can rank. Create or improve content every single day, at least 30 new pages of great content. So that's going to be your goal here over the next 90 days, is create at least 30 new pages of great content. Get Google to index those things. The quicker you can create them, the faster you're going to see the results. So if you create 2 pages today, 2 pages tomorrow, 2 pages the next day, you're up to 6. After 3 days, you're in great shape. If you spend the first, 45 days doing nothing and then you start adding things, you're not going to see the results like you want. So your first day of this challenge starts the first day you add content. So make sure you're adding content today or tomorrow. Make sure your content is SEO friendly and optimized. That's where the Yoast SEO plugin comes in. Use great title tags, use great meta descriptions, make sure that your content covers everything it needs to cover, everything that people would be looking for. Use images, use videos, use podcasts, use whatever you need to describe what it is you need to, whatever it is you're trying to sell. For me, it's going to be products. It's going to be, presenting different types of farmhouse decor, presenting different types of inspiration. So that's going to be your goal, is to make sure your content is user-friendly, SEO-friendly, and optimized. So that's the biggest challenge. Creating the content and making sure it's SEO-friendly and optimized is a challenge because it's time-consuming, and most people aren't willing to put in the time. So if you don't have the time, or if you just find yourself a little bit squeezed on time, maybe you're doing this alongside working a full-time job, order content to expedite the process. And the best thing you can do is either find a good writer on Upwork, a good writer on iWriter, and just continue to use them because you're going to see consistent work. It's going to be easier for you. One thing I kind of have trouble with is sometimes I order content that's not great and I spend a ton of time editing it. So there is some downside doing that. I've never found a huge downside with Upwork. iWriter, I tend to go with, better quality writers. So that's kind of where you want to look at. Paying for better content is worth it because it's more likely to rank. Paying for crappy content can just be a waste of money if it never ranks. So just something to keep in mind. The whole goal is to find, the best balance of how much you're willing to spend and how much that can bring back to you. So use social scheduling tools like Hootsuite and Tailwind app. Everybody opens their phone nowadays and they go on social media, they go on YouTube, they go on Reddit, they go on wherever. It's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's Twitter, it's, all those different types of things. So your content needs to be there as well. And the whole thing with social media is if you're creating good content on your website, it doesn't really matter about if you're trying to sell. It doesn't really matter, what you're posting. People are going to be interested in it. So just keep building great content and then use social scheduling tools like Hootsuite, like Tailwind app. With Hootsuite, I like to put out at least 3 posts a week. With Farmhouse Goals, I haven't been keeping up with it as much. It's kind of something that's been stagnant for me as I focused on other projects. So I'm coming back to it, and it's going to be a consistent work now. The Tailwind app, that's one for Pinterest and Instagram. I use it mostly for Pinterest, but it's a great app. It'll drive you tons of traffic on Pinterest if you keep up with it. Create an email marketing strategy. This is not necessary. I might not do this one. The last 2 steps are going to be, a little bit more difficult, but ultimately what you want to do is learn how to create visual, audio, video content, all these different, types of things that people are looking for because not everybody's looking for written content, not everybody's looking for video content, so if you can kind of bridge all those things together, and I know it's time consuming, but if you can create a content and then if you can create a video, like something like I'm doing right now, like search engine optimization tutorial, and then you add it to your website and surround it with great written content about the video. You could even post a transcript. I know some companies do that. You could post a video transcript and just kind of edit it and make sure it's, easy for people to read as they watch the video. All those things will help you drive traffic over time. Just don't do it once. Do it over and over and over and over again, and make sure you're targeting those keywords like I showed you. Make sure you have this list of keywords that you're targeting. And if you keep doing that, you keep building great content, you're going to start seeing the results. You're going to come in here to your Google Search Console, and you can see just as we scroll down. So these are the search queries that are driving me clicks and impressions. Chunky farmhouse table legs, large farmhouse table legs. We'll just best fire clay farmhouse sink, farmhouse goals, so people are actually looking at our brand, farmhouse bathroom vessel sink. So there's different things where you're going to rank for, and you can use these to find more keywords as well. And you can also use the Google Search Console, look at your top pages, and you can find areas of opportunity. So we have just some different product pages that are doing well. This fire clay farmhouse sinks page is doing well. So it's just a matter of first adding the content and then continuously improving what you're doing. And it becomes very easy to monetize everything when you start driving traffic. So with search engine optimization, I think the problem some people have is they first look to try to make money before they start to add their content. So they create this website, they put tons of ads on it, they put tons of affiliate offers on it, and nobody's going to the website yet. Rather than saying, okay, let's create this website, let's put a ton of content on it, let's put a ton of helpful things on it, let's put a ton of helpful resources on it for people for free, like my YouTube channel. And then hopefully people come, and then once they come, you add your advertisements, you add your affiliate offers, you add your things like that. And some people are going to drop off. They're not going to like that, but you need to monetize your content. Obviously, that's the whole goal of driving traffic. So this is my search engine optimization tutorial. It's my 90-day challenge. It's not going to be easy, but you need to start creating content. You need to find, different keywords like this with opportunities, and pick 30 to 50. Just focus on creating content around those keywords. If you want to spend the first week figuring out how to make videos, that's what then do something like that. If you want to start a podcast, do once a week podcast for the next 90 days. It's a great idea. Add it to your website, add it with some content, focus on keywords. You could also look at trending news and things like that. It really depends on what your website's about. With Farmhouse, there's not a ton of trending news, but if you're talking about fantasy sports, then you're going to have some trending news there when an injury happens, when somebody gets traded or something like that. You can use that to your advantage. So always be looking, for always be looking for new content ideas and always be adding them. And as you add them, I promise you, you will get more comfortable doing it. You will start seeing the results, in Google, you'll start seeing these clicks come in, you'll start seeing some impressions, and it becomes much easier to continue to work on those things. So, focus on looking at your weekly progress, not daily progress, maybe even look at monthly progress. But what we're going to do is focus on a 90-day process. Just keep adding content. We're going to keep driving more clicks, more impressions, and hopefully more sales and revenue. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Any specific questions pertaining to SEO. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and thank you for watching our video.